get the volume levels adjusted properly. And there we go. There's that. For output capture, we'll do the same thing. Anyways, hello and welcome to the Death Battle reaction for Guts vs. Dimitri. Joining me today is Bakugan and Nuke.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Also,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot to change my Discord from idle to online, but I'm keeping it idle for certain reasons. But I'm not gonna go into detail for that. Anyway, today we got Guts versus Dimitri, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never touched three houses. I even said that in the prediction, so I'm pretty much going into this character super fucking blind. Though my cousin Dylan knows about a lot about three houses and various Fire Emblem titles, and she keeps recommending them to me.
And an average Berserk enjoyer, is going to enjoy every bit of this fight.
You guys watching the live thing or from the beginning?
I had it paused during the premiere, so I have it perfectly set to the beginning. So let me just make sure.
Get it to the beginning as well.
Perfect.
Let's just make sure that's sharing screens. Anyways, hopefully my volume levels on OBS are good when this episode comes out later. So
Make sure my volume on your make sure my volume on your end is to make sure that the viewers can hear us.
oh, they can hear you because it's detecting just fine. I just want to.
all right then.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's not so damn quiet because I've been trying to experiment with the audio to see if I can get a right balance.
Gotcha.
Anyways, that's the Discord window. Anyways, let's begin this.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and Mint Mobile.
I know who Guts is. I don't know much about Dimitri.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm kind of the opposite.
I'm rooting for
Knowledge I have of Guts is from Death Battle.
I'm going Dimitri.
I'm going with Guts.
Turn anyone into a broken, traumatized, unstoppable one.
My prediction is Dimitri going in. I will not tell you if I was correct or wrong.
Who would win a death battle? In the
Funny
realm
enough, the
of
prep for this
Midland,
fight
life
told God
really sucks all around. Demons run rampant, villages get pillages, and a helpless elf fairy has become target practice for some thugs. Batter up! Until walking into the torment comes a stranger clad in black, cleaving through anyone in his way with one humongous sword. Whiz, that weapon is too big to be called a sword, too massive and thick, more like a slab of raw iron that no normal man could wield. Except for the man with a simple but fitting name. Guts. But what is it that makes Guts so terrifying? Well, we're about to get into some really dark shit, fair warning. Born from his mother's recently hanged corpse, Guts was taken in by a mercenary band led by Gambino.
Berserk is not for the faint of heart.
Gambino put
Really
Guts
isn't.
through the
It
ringer,
really
training
isn't.
him with swords way too big for him before putting him into live combat at only 9 years old. Training with such large swords made Guts inhumanly strong, but he needed a different kind of strength to endure the horrendous.
Let's see here. Height 6'8", 204 centimeters, age 24, occupation mercenary, title Black Swordsman, marked with the brand of sacrifice, likes fighting Casca Puck reluctantly, dislikes apostles, demons, the church, Griffith.
It's in caps, so you can tell that he's yelling, Griffith!
Abuse he suffered from Gambino. So he murdered the bastard in self-defense. He deserved it, trust me. With no home or family to speak of, Guts aimlessly wandered for years as a lone mercenary.
The way Moonstick said he deserved it, trust me.
Impressed by Guts'
Me can understand
Oh
that.
god, it's 2016 Berserk.
What's wrong with 2016 Berserk?
I think it's some of the 3D animating is just bad.
Oh, get this. In the original Japanese text, the Bane of the Hawk is the Bane of the Falcon for some reason.
Probably just a mistranslation.
While earning respect and glory with Griffith and his group. For the first time, Guts found true friends and comrades.
All of them both being birds of prey.
Griffith realized he couldn't keep Guts at his side. really, really bad things happen. Upon the eclipse, Griffith summoned a bunch of demons, became a super demon himself, and sacrificed Guts' new friends
over
to
there.
the abyss.
I don't even think that you can survive the eclipse, but even if you did, you would be scarred for life.
His girlfriend Casca, forcing
Like
Guts to
Guts
watch
was.
as his eye was split open and he was forced to tear off his own arm. Yeah, really bad things. Guts barely escaped with his life. He vowed to brutally murder Griffith and every demon, down to the last one. No small task, even for him. And every big task needs even bigger weapons. Guts' bread and butter is the enormous Dragon Slayer. 6.5 feet long and weighing over 300 pounds, Dragon Slayer is absurd. In Guts' hands, it can cleave through plated armor and even demons with skin of corundum, a real-life metal that is harder than steel. And since Guts has made killing demons his favorite pastime, Dragon Slayer
Oh,
is
look,
exposed
Boomstick
to
has
so
the
much
sword.
demonic blood that it
can't
exists on
lift
the
it.
astral plane, meaning it can harm any supernatural monster. God, this thing's heavy. Guts also carries a collection of explosives and throwing knives, but I'm partial to his mechanical arm, complete with a wondrous invention of a repeater crossbow and a secret cannon. God, that's neat and all, but they aren't as awesome as Dragon Slayer here. God, how does he do this? Okay, the repeater crossbow is pretty cool. It can fire a
Let's
bow.
see here. Dragon Slayer, 300 pounds, over 300 pounds. It slays through ethereal beings. Mechanical arm, repeater crossbow, single shot cannon, magnetized grip, throwing daggers, mini bombs, berserker armor.
4 to 5 bolts per second.
But we'll get into
making
the
it
berserker
go-to
armor
option
later.
For mowing down groups of bad guys. And hey, if you gotta lose your hand, replacing it with a goddamn super gun is the way to go. Even demons are afraid of this thing. See ya, Snakeface! With his collection of weapons and indomitable will, Guts slaughtered everyone and everything in his way. Be it an army of trolls, a supersonic elf fairy, or some Bible thumper whose blows were like cannons. But while Guts took the physical challenges in stride, his mental strife was a different story. He had demons to deal with, literally and figuratively, always tormented by his inner beast of darkness. Guts tried to shoulder this trauma alone, even for a time leaving behind Casca, who survived but was mentally broken. Nothing would replace the comrades Guts lost during the eclipse. However, through his resilience, he eventually saw the dangerous path he was on, and so reunited with Casca and eventually came to depend on new companions. Including pretty boy Serpico. He doesn't look like much, but the guy is fast enough to dodge lightning at speeds over 100 times faster than sound. And Guts has kept up with him more than once. And thanks to the witch Laura, Guts
Yep.
did his deadly
This
manga-
riskiest.
God.
Berserker.
3D animation of
Boy,
2016 was
they shouldn't
terrible.
have mental limitations. This armor gives Guts a huge amp
know,
in strength. Pain
it
means
real-
nothing
there is
to him
real-
now, and it even heals injuries on the fly. Wait, did I say heal? What I
You
meant
can.
was
Your voice
it
broke
pierces
up
his torn
quite a
flesh
bit
and
there.
broken bones together so he can fight
Oh.
until the actual last drop of blood has left his body. Man, that's hardcore. And extremely risky. Donning the armor has been nearly disastrous for him more than once. Yeah, when he's in a stitched up rage, the beast of darkness is gnawing on his mind, tempting him to go berserk. Bam! Title drop. Guts' tenacity is a sight to...
Anyways.
Thanks. It says here that he killed 100 soldiers in one night, evaded Ganishka's lightning, cracked skin tougher than steel, tagged a supersonic apostle, fought evenly with Nosferatu Zod, and defeated Wylid, Silent, Mazgus, Rosen, Ganishka, and the Sea God.
Behold, he's held back a demonic dragon, withstood being impaled, and even teamed up with a fabled demon swordsman to take down an apostle that can channel lightning. And sliced up a cloud dude in the rawest manga panel ever. Just look at it.
Wow.
That's not badass enough for you. He once killed a
That
giant
is
sea
cool.
god. From
Yeah.
the inside. With its wail, this behemoth
inside.
created a storm that covered an entire island. The kinetic energy of such a storm is immense. Gauging the size of the island, the energy required to induce such a storm would need
The
to
arc
exceed
Making it freshly made a storm of similar size, further corroborating this level of power.
600 kilotons of TNT. Yeah, that's right. Guts gutted a sea monster whose shout was a natural disaster. He needed to do that and much more to reach Elfhelm, where Casca's lost sanity was finally returned. Things were looking up for the legendary Black Swordsman. But that bastard Griffith just wouldn't leave him alone. No matter how tragic his tale becomes, Guts will persevere for his allies. both past and present.
He has new friends, a renewed heart, a badass sword, and the last thing any man, demon, or god wants to do is mess with him. Fuck yeah!
This episode of Death
Man, I honestly feel bad for Guts.
solved another.
Go ahead.
Stay connected to what you
I could search if you're thinking flexible
license. BB.
10%
Don't mind me, I'm fast forwarding to the next section.
Well, can you pause so I can talk about what I... You know, I honestly feel bad for Guts after what he's been through. Imagine being born from the corpse of your own mother and then get discovered by a mercenary group. Then having to deal with a father who treats you like shit when you were a kid. Oh, and then trying to kill him into self-defense after what he's done to you. Then running off in the wild, and then you have to look out for yourself from other beasts and crap. Then you manage to find another mercenary group that actually cares for you, and when you leave them for like a year or so, shit like the eclipse happens, and you get scarred for life.
Yeah, Guts' life has been a never-ending
But yeah,
disaster after disaster.
but prepare for Dimitri's hell.
And of Fodlan lies the holy kingdom.
It can't be
of
that bad,
Farms,
right?
A knightly nation
Right?
where the young
It's
swing a sword
not
before they can write their
all
own
on
name.
Guts' level,
Princeton
but it's
Dimitri Alexandro
way more than you would
is no
expect
exception.
from
That
Fire
kid
Emblem.
was a prodigy, able to spar.
Well, maybe I'll find out for myself. See
Height,
here, he's
height
He's
6'2".
6'2". Oh, I'm taller than him. He's 23 years old. He's the occupation of King of Fergus. Titles King of Delusion, Saver King, Boar, suffers from survivors killed in Gazia, like combat training, blue lions, and eating weeds. Not the drugs, right?
No, I think
No,
it's
it's
just.
literal.
I think it's just herbs that heal. In the terms
that's
of the world, all the Fire Emblem weeds are like that.
Yeah,
Okay, and dislikes formalities, fragile objects, and Edelgard. What did Edelgard even do? I don't get it.
Edelgard? You'll see later
In
on.
part because he was a
They explain it.
Or someone gifted mystical power through the blood of the goddess Sothis. Those born with a crest gain anything from enhanced magic to super.
Like I said, I'm going into this shit super fucking blind.
Dimitri could lift giant
I'm rooting for
boulders,
Guts.
run across
I'm still going Dimitri, because
and constantly
you'll
broke
see
swords by
why.
accident. Most elites who had a crest also had a massive ego.
Oh my god, you're like going for him because of his stats. To me, it's only battle experience.
No. There's more than just stats.
An earnest, if odd gift.
I got
Yeah.
sick
Like what,
of
attack
shit for my
potency?
first crush.
Nope.
But life took a turn for Dimitri when a
Whatever.
mysterious group murdered his dad and a bunch of knights,
Yep.
burning them all in front of him, and leaving the poor kid with some serious survivor's guilt.
Guilt that only worsened when the country of Dusker was unjustly blamed for the tragedy. Dimitri lamented that he could not stop Fargus's corrupt nobles.
Don't worry though, when those same nobles rebelled a couple years later, he fought them like a beast, slaying them all with sadistic glee.
This savage side would emerge when Dimitri was reminded of the tragedy he witnessed. Otherwise, his chivalrous charm remained forefront.
With guidance from his dead dad's buddy Rodrigue, Dimitri got into the Garrick Mock Officers Academy, where he led the Blue Lion's house and learned the mystic arts.
Well, he's not the most proficient in it, but Dimitri did learn healing and elemental magics, able to call down lightning or even channel it through his weapons.
Letting him electrocute tons of enemies at once. He learned this and more from everyone's favorite Smash Bros. Character, Professor Violet.
Assuming you picked Dimitri's
Favorite my ass.
Blue Lion.
I was waiting for that.
Houses. We're getting a little meta here, but his story turns out very differently depending on the path chosen. Aside from the Blue Lions, there's Edelgard's Black Eagles.
And the Golden Deer, led by the crafty Claude Von Regan, aka the Best House.
That band of goofy misfits, the Black Eagles are a far more cohesive unit.
Nah, fear the deer, Wiz.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Ashen Wolves for life, losers!
Of course Jocelyn picks the Goths.
Anyway, in Dimitri's route, he mastered
I hate goths, honestly. I
Hey.
don't like goths.
I'm a goth. My mother's a goth.
Well, I don't hate you.
Good.
I just hate the
all
aesthetic
manner
of a goth.
weaponry. Lances, swords, axes, gauntlets, and more.
Some of these weapons use magic, some use poison, and others are used to slay giant monsters. But all of them made Dimitri an ace in
Yeah.
warfare. Especially
This is
when
what we
Violet
went
taught
over
him some
in the
special skills.
prediction video, and I think it's
Technique
what
stops foes in
puts
their
Storm on
tracks.
Dimitri's
Throws and
side.
lance-
skills: Seal Movement, Swordbreaker, Loyal Lineage, Counterbreak, Defiant Strength, Combat Arts, Atrocity, Frozen Lance, Will Sweep, Tempest Lance, and Awakened Mode.
Cures enemies with ice, and Swordbreaker boosts evasion against blade users. To top it off,
If Guts is gonna be like
Dimitri
Vegeta
and
in this
Snake
show, I'm
give
gonna
more
flip.
power.
Dimitri led his classmates through thick and thin, but everything changed when he suspected the one behind the tragedy of Dusker was his old dagger friend, Edelgard. Dun dun dun!
To end
And that's
the
why he hates her.
system, Edelgard and her empire declared war on Fargus and the Church of Seros.
Dimitri could be cruel
Oh.
before, but after this betrayal, he snapped, vowing to kill every last one of them. For 5 years, he slaughtered the enemy, all to appease the voices that called for Edelgard's head.
He's not exaggerating. Dimitri truly believes his dead loved ones cry to him, unable to know peace until he claims vengeance.
As if Prince turned murderer hobo wasn't scary enough, he wields the ultimate lance, the hero's relic, Eredfar.
Forged from the bones of dragon.
We'll get back to what he's saying in a second, but Eredbar, or whatever they said it as, is a hero's relic.
I think Eredbar.
Eredbar.
It means slaughterer for some reason.
Yep.
Once wielded by Dimitri's father.
Like Nabateans.
Hang on. Okay, let me rewind it a little bit here.
The hero's relic, Eredfar.
Forged from the bones of dragon-like Nabateans.
Yeah. And Minor Cresta Biladid. I'm
It's the same as his last name. I think it's Blave.
I'm so sorry if I butcher these fucking names, Fire Emblem fans. I have not touched a Fire Emblem game that much, other than
I've never cared about a Fire Emblem, to be honest. I've never cared for Fire Emblem, anyways.
grants inhuman strength, lightning magic, Azure Lightning, Thoron, and Thunder, Faith Magic, Aura, Heal, Nosferatu, Recover, Evasion Ring, 10 plus 10 Avoidance, various lances, swords, axes, bows, and gauntlets.
Eredfar is much stronger than ordinary metal. It
Lot
can
stuff.
pierce any armor with its signature move, Atrocity, and only crest bearers can wield it without mutating into a monstrous black beast.
With his lance, Dimitri kept killing, but no bloodshed could calm his mind. He reached peak war crimes, torturing an enemy commander in blind rage.
But when his
He's a war
actions led to
criminal.
Rodrigue making the ultimate sacrifice, Dimitri was broken, terrified of yet another voice haunting him.
Except this time, he had his professor to help him out. We've really gotta pay teachers more, y'all.
Dimitri still felt hatred for Edelgard, but looked past it
Hey,
to the friends
teachers.
and kingdom he neglected
Wow.
and made a choice.
Instead of
I guess
killing
Boomstick
every
kinda
last
has a
one of
point
them,
there.
He would save every last one
Teachers
by
are not
retaking
paid much in real
Fargus'
life.
capital.
A task this wretch turned savior king had the strength to do.
Dimitri has dodged.
Let's see your
going-
feats. Dodged and survived meteors, deflected Claude's arrows, powered through Thale's magic, survived a large black beast single-handedly, overpowered a platoon with one attack, defeated Randolph, Cornelia, Thales, and Edelgard.
Mach 60 decimated a squad of soldiers with one spear throw and defeated a wizard from the magic Illuminati.
This is Talus, whose power shook a
Talus.
underground city.
Talus.
And Dimitri just walked through his magic like it was nothing.
Dimitri's also more than a match for Edelgard, who, in her route, bested the Archbishop of the Church of Seros, Rhea.
This is important because after dragging it up, Rhea survived 2 exploding javelins of light, aka magic nukes. Jeez, and Dimitri can fight on her level?
Let's see here. So
This is when
Violet possesses the full power of... is implied to have also survived these javelins of light, further corroborating this level of power.
Indeed.
Yep.
But in the end, despite half a decade of slaughter, Dimitri was hesitant to kill Edelgard, in part from learning she wasn't responsible for the tragedy. Still, both monarchs had ideas for Fodlan that were simply incompatible.
And then Edelgard pulled a fast one with that old dagger present. Dimitri definitely felt that irony.
The war was over, and with his allies at his side, Dimitri claimed his place as a just king.
Unless, you picked a different house. His story doesn't end very happy in those.
But though the
Yeah.
voice will haunt Dimitri until his
He pretty much
death,
gets killed
so
in
long as
the
he
other
is
stories.
Conviction and
They
compassion
really
for
did him
living
dirty in
will
the other
find
endings.
peace.
All right.
everywhere. First come home. In a those mobile battle.
Was that a phone beeping noise I heard?
I was trying to fast forward. It was from the video. It was. Anyways.
I don't like that.
Money's on Dimitri.
My money's on Guts. Get this. There's a clank sound effect from one of the Berserk 2016 movies in this fight.
Blech.
Come on, you gotta admit the clank sound effect.
I like the OG Berserk.
Well, the clank sound effect is still funny.
This quest looks pretty good.
Yeah. The beginning gave me vibes of Wheat versus Mixuro.
Oh yeah. Song has the same vocalist from Trunks vs. Silver, by the way.
Oh. You quality ruin the clank sound effect.
I will tear your head from your shoulders. The dead must have their revenge.
Okay, Dimitri, chill.
At least Guts keeps a calm mind.
Go to hell! Bastard.
Did he twist his arm?
No, you don't know. He's got a piece of ice stuck in it. And it's
Oh,
broken.
the voices are coming.
Oh no.
I'll kill them, all of them, down to the last one.
Thank God, that transformation is cool.
Okay, I will admit that scene was actually pretty fucking cool. Ish.
Enough of this. This is it.
No!
Don't do this to me. I'm still moving! What? Why'd he stop?
Still standing?
Oh no.
So we're both shackled to the dead. You foul
Beasts will not have his soul.
Is he gonna kill him? Is he already dead?
I don't know what.
Yeah, he was dead the moment he
Dimitri
stopped.
the demon or Guts still standing there.
But it's actually a really badass way for him to...
go out.
He's still standing.
Yeah.
Look at the stat numbers.
Like, the speed, Guts has that in shades, but Dimitri has skills to even it out.
Healing magic to fall back
Yeah.
on. It wasn't gonna compete with the raw endurance from the Berserker armor.
I'm surprised that Dimitri didn't chop his head off.
And wider pool of weapons and abilities gave him
I don't
like
think
the way
it-
this ended.
I don't think he was gonna go that
Nature's
far.
electricity magic, Guts' sword and armor were vulnerable
But
conductors.
even if he would do that, he would probably knew that would be wrong.
Sure, Guts has defeated
Wouldn't
lightning
it?
callers before, but he needed help. Not to mention, moves like Atrocity can pierce through
Well,
armored
still,
foes.
I'm glad that Guts made that battle.
Atrocity can pierce through armor, including the
Yes.
Berserker armor.
Oh.
Because
huh.
Dimitri's physical stats just outdo Guts in every regard. As you can see
That's
here.
the point of wearing the Berserker armor.
Guts could power through some of Eredfar's damage, but he wasn't invincible and could not heal from fatal wounds.
Then there's both fighters' raw power.
So your Skull Knight once slashed the World Tree, causing a great roar that merged planes. That this blast of light stemmed from the power of the World Tree and can't be scaled to Guts.
Slaying Slaying demons is really impressive, obviously, but not always on par with magic nukes.
Remember, in Edelgard's route, she defeated Rhea, who survived 2 Javelins of Light. In Dimitri's route, he defeated Edelgard while she was a powered-up crest monster. That happened.
So, if Rhea could take on the Javelins of Light, Dimitri should be at a similar level. So, let's find out how strong a Javelin is.
In Fodlan's lore, several Javelins decimated a forest, forming the Valley of Torment. However, the exact number of Javelins used to create the valley was never given, making the power of an individual Javelin unclear.
But we do know the Javelins in this attack were supposed to hit the Garrigmach Monastery, until the goddess Sothis noped them away and they hit the forest instead.
We also know that the Javelins of Light are not limitless, with typically no more than 6 being used at once, even against structures similar in size to Garrigmach.
So, if a similar amount
Oh.
was used in the attack that made the valley, each Javelin would pack a payload that's over 3 gigatons of TNT.
Even if we severely
Dang.
this and said the destruction.
Here we go.
Here. Guts was notably faster. Armor provided superior endurance, but it was vulnerable to lightning.
Yeah, the lightning pretty much meant that Dimitri could bypass the armor.
I mean, to be fair, in real life, lightning can basically be attracted to any metal whenever a storm happens. So I guess that's logical.
Dimitri
But it's
significantly.
also that his abilities just work like that.
So yeah, Dimitri significantly stronger, atrocity bypassed armor, more varied equipment and abilities, and albeit he's
But he
notably
was-
sore. This didn't come down to speed. This came down to
Especially when Dimitri could close the gap a decent amount with his skills.
They depend on strength.
but I guess it came down to not just a bit of strength, but also better skills and
Strength
equipment.
and equipment. Yeah.
Dang, that makes sense.
If Dimitri had no way to get past the armor, he probably
Surviving 2
wouldn't
Javelins
have
would still be greater
got
than
it,
the
but-
best of Guts' feats.
Look at the massive difference. 3 giga, 3 gig,
1,000 times.
3 gigatons versus 687 kilotons.
How much is 1 kiloton?
1,000 tons. It's
And
kilo.
how many tons is how many is a gigaton?
I believe it might be. Let me look that up actually.
Okay, let's ask Google.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Let's see here. Let's ask Google. Hey Google, how much equals a gigaton?
According to NASA climate change, so how big is just 1 gigaton? This unit of mass is equivalent to 1 billion metric tons.
Thanks, Google.
2.2 trillion pounds,
Google.
or 10,000
No. I got it.
3 gigatons is 3 million kilotons.
Oh,
What he said made it a little simpler. Google was just spatting nonsense at that point.
So 1 gigaton is 1 million kilotons.
Did you say that 1 kiloton is 1,000
Megatons.
So that would be
1,000 megatons is a gigaton.
Yeah.
So it's 2 orders of magnitude greater.
Let's just continue.
I'm also reading my chat. Guts 1v1 win, 1 lost. Yeah, that's true. He won against Nightmare, even though I don't like how they ended that fight with Cinder as Inferno.
That's probably would have. Guts probably
Even
should have lost against Nightmare, but I.
Guts' persistence meant he wouldn't go
Oh,
down
look at
easy
Boomstick.
against Dimitri's
He's looking
inhuman strength,
away.
devastating
It
ability,
looked like he was
and
looking
verbal
away in
power.
defeat
It was
after
just
the
a matter
fight.
of time before the vengeful king
Yeah.
wore through him.
Saying it makes me berserk, but Guts could only go so fargus.
The winner is
Wow,
Dimitri
that
Alexander.
pun was terrible, but I respect him.
Respectable pun.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We have a new death battle releasing every 2 weeks.
All right,
this
let's see
year.
what it is.
And click the join button to
You
get
think it's Cole versus Alex?
content. Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your reaction on this.
What?
Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer?
What?
It's not Martian
Yeah.
Manhunter versus Piccolo?
Well, that one's not great either, but this is just worse.
At least expected them to do the 1-minute melee as a death battle. Like, come on.
You kidding me?
Especially since
I want to know.
Why couldn't they
Apparently
pick Silver
it's-
Surfer against Dr. Manhattan or something?
Apparently, it's like lonely pacifist.
They chose
Characters
Silver Surfer
who are the
Martian
last of their
Manhunter over
kind,
Piccolo.
which
And
isn't
they
true for
couldn't-
Martian Manhunter. He's not the last of his kind.
Why couldn't they pit Silver Surfer against Dr. Manhattan?
I don't know.
I don't know. And I don't like goofy dogs barking at silly stuff again. But
Well, now we got 2 weeks of basically.
so yes, everyone. If you couldn't tell by
Meh.
this reaction, everything's back to normal since Dr. Johnson returned from family leave.
I thought you meant in terms of Death Metal doing another fairly mediocre Marvel DC matchup.
But yeah,
Okay.
Well, I mean, the fight will probably look pretty cool, but the matchup itself is just.
it's just meh. Like, as much as I question certain matchups like Piccolo versus Knuckles or
At least something like Manhunter versus Piccolo would make more sense than Surfer, but
because that, and if I remember correctly, Silver Surfer nowadays isn't really a herald of Galactus, but he still has the power of Cosmic.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Comics are fucking weird.
You know, I haven't really seen much of Silver Surfer in Marvel Comics nowadays. I wonder why is that.
I gotta dip now. I'll see you guys later.
Alright,
Yeah, see.
Thanks for having me.
so
And thank you, Storm, for having me on your reaction. I'll see you next time for the prediction. When do you want to do this?
whenever is good, I just let me know what day we'll do it, and then we're gonna have to.
Well, what do you have on Wednesday?
That'll work. Wednesday,
Okay, then.
Wednesday will work.
Alright then. See you to Wednesday, dude.
But yeah, like, at least I had fun during this half of the stream. Thankfully, the episode will go on my YouTube, like usual. But, yeah, Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer. This was a turn I wasn't expecting. I really still don't get what the connections are. Like, if anybody knows what the connections are between these two, outside of lonely pacifists or whatever, let me know, because I really wasn't expecting this one. Yeah, so, Cousin Dira, you can rest assured that your Fire Emblem character wins. So, anyways, enough of me babbling, but, yeah, that was my reaction, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Till then, your Captain Hedgewolf signing off. I'll see you in the next stream that I do. So, good day, everybody. And if you want more reactions, they'll be in the, annotations on this video or whenever they show up. So, yeah. Till then, Captain Hedgewolf signing off. I'll see you in the next stream.